Hello, namaste. My name is Netra Kher. I'm a counseling psychologist by profession and RABT practitioner. Today, I welcome you all in another episode of Netra Talks. It's again one interview series, and I welcome you all in today's episode with Dr. Tripti Mishra. I welcome you, ma'am, in today's episode. Today is second episode of our understanding series of understanding bipolar disorder, and in that we are again seeing a patient perspective where we will be seeing myths and facts of bipolar disorder with a patient perspective from a lived experience who has experienced bipolar disorder and she is living with the disorder for past many years. ओके सो आई वुड क्विकली लाइक टू इंट्रोड्यूस हर बहुत दिलचस्प पर्सनालिटी आज हमारे साथ है एकेडमिकली अगर देखा जाए सो डॉक्टर तृप्ति मिश्रा इज बीटेक इन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड टेलीकम्युनिकेशन शी इज एमटेक इन आईटी पीएचडी इन कंप्यूटर साइंस and she is also an MBA holder. She also holds an international postgraduate diploma in counseling skills. She has worked as Microsoft patent analyst. Presently, she is working as professor and placement advisor in the college. Her interests include singing, painting, dancing, writing. Yeah, she prefers to be known as simply Krishna devotee. Let's begin with our today's interview, ma'am. Uh, it's the first myth which I would like to talk about is it's always called as जो bipolar disorder का patient होता है वो इधर मेनिया में होता है मतलब एकदम हाई स्टेट में होता है बहुत एक्साइटेड होता है या एकदम लो होता है एकदम डिप्रेसिव स्टेट में होता है इन दोनों में से ही एक स्टेट में हो सकता है क्योंकि उसका नाम ही बाइपोलर डिसऑर्डर है ये कितनी हद तक सच बात है
Netra, actually, if I reframe the question and I try to frame my answer, the answer is that an untreated bipolar patient will be in these two states, right? But a patient who has educated himself or herself, right, and who has taken proper medication, and he or she is lucky to have a good doctor, then you can very well lead a very normal life. You will not go in mania and you will not go in depression. Having said this, a patient has to understand that he has to be a very responsible patient. The moment you become very responsible, you start identifying that when I'm going in mania state and when I'm going in depression state. And it is very simple. The symptoms are almost similar for everyone. I have experienced it for 35 years. I got it when I was 17, right? Teenage, beautiful teenage. And currently I'm 55, right? So it's a huge period. And I suffered for a very long time because nobody taught me. Everybody treated me. So then it was my state that I was going to mania, I was going to. But currently the doctor with whom I am going to, Dr. Amulya Bharat, I am going to him for past 14 years. And I consider him more as I consider him as an excellent teacher. And says such beautiful stories that I can share with everyone, provided the time.
Definitely. Another thing is actually in introduction it came that it's been said that a bipolar disorder patient cannot take higher education. Maybe they are having limitations still. Maybe they can graduate or something, but they don't have that intellectual capacity that they can study further.
Netra, when this was actually the comment of the first doctor who treated me, he told my parents that she will not be able to do much of studies in her life, and she will, I don't know, she will do 12th. So don't burden her with these things. But you know that life, my life was always like this, that a lot of things were coming to me. And I did my 12th, and after that I I actually ran away from my exams in BSc.
Hmm.
I went to BSc, but it was more of anxiety taking place,
Hmm.
and I did not appear in the exam.
Oh,
Right, I
okay.
was unable to study, so I ran away not once but twice. So I did
Okay.
my BSc, 2 years BSc. I did in 4 years. Right,
Okay.
and
Okay.
after, yeah, and then I went to do BTech. In BTech, I had my first mania attack. Right,
Hmm.
I don't think that anybody is not having intellectual capacity. It is that there is so much of turmoil within, there's so much of anxiety within that people cannot focus.
Okay.
We lose focus, and that's why intellectual capacity is there in everybody, right? So I think this is my personal perspective. So then I did my BTech, and I'm a blessed person. I have got everybody who came in my life actually gave me something,
Hmm.
right? So I had very good friends who taught me during my low and high phases. When I was given very heavy medication, I used to sleep all the time.
Hmm.
And my friends, I would like to take their names also. My friends like Kiran, Archana, and Pratima, Astha, they all used to come. They used to cycle. And why I'm telling you, I just want to share with you, because at the end of this interview, I want that everybody should understand what the society should be.
Hmm. True.
Right? So
The
those
social
friends,
support is very important.
support is so very important, and it is for everybody, not only for mental patient. Social, everybody is looking for social support, right? So people have to be kind, and I am so blessed that my parents were very kind. My brothers and sisters were so beautiful. They actually, everybody came just like this to protect me, right? So these friends of mine used to come and they used to teach me when I was even sleeping. So most of my studies were done where everybody narrated me what happened in the class. So the
Hmm.
toughest of the scientific equations I did just by listening. And I passed the exam. So I did my BTech in 1989, and then I um appeared in GATE exam. I passed. GATE is graduate aptitude test of engineering. And again, there were many people helping me. I did engineer MTech. This story can be a little longer, but I'm telling you because this is a story of failure, right?
Definitely.
How you
Definitely.
fail and how you get up, how you fail and how you get up. I think I have done my PhD in failing, right? Failing and getting up. So when I did my MTech, I went to do my MTech in Regional Engineering College, Annabad, and there I did 2 semesters. In the third semester, what happened? I had very bad depressive phase. And why? Because I could not understand why was I studying this at all. So I tried to commit suicide, and I did. And it was a very massive attempt.
Hmm.
I would
Hmm.
not have been saved except that there was my lovely sister, Dr. Nidhi. So
Hmm.
she was a doctor, and just in the nick of time, she sensed that there's something wrong, and my entire family took me to the hospital, and everything was given to me. Everybody was pouncing on me, but my sister was talking to me very nicely. She understood that I was in great pain. So everybody who attempts, who is trying to attempt, and who is contemplating, please hold on. You have lot of life left in you, right? And
Definitely.
one day you will, and when one day you will get back and say, oh, thank you God, you saved me, and you will thank for every person who came forward to help you. So I thank my sister Dr. Nidhi, my brother Naman, and my sister Dr. Arpita, because she has been there in my every event, right? And my friends and my parents till now. And after that BTech, I completed my BTech with the help of my friends. It was a beautiful batch of 30 students. Everybody helped me. After that, MTech I could not complete because after that I actually lost interest in the studies. But there were friends like Rajesh and my cousin Atul. They came forward and they said that why not prepare for Indian Engineering Services. So I
Hmm.
prepared for Indian Engineering Services, and I appeared for the exam. And after appearing in the exam, I came to Delhi, right? बिकॉज हम मुझे
Yeah.
एंग्जाइटी हो गई कि अब नौकरी कर लें, क्योंकि हमें दिखाना होता है कि हम सक्सेसफुल हैं, सक्सेसफुल होना है हमें. So I came to Delhi and by chance जब मैं दिल्ली आई, मैं इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस का एग्जाम देकर आई थी, और मैं जब दिल्ली आई तो मेरे शादी का प्रपोजल आ गया. एंड द मोमेंट आई हर्ड दैट दिस प्रपोजल इज फ्रॉम अ डॉक्टर, मुझे लगा कि बस एक डॉक्टर से शादी करो. So finally I got married before even getting the news of my result, and then I went to Maldives with my husband.
Okay.
Right, and there I got the news that I have been selected in Indian Engineering Services, but it was too late. Conceived my son, and naturally I failed in the interview because the interview and the delivery date were very close by. So I failed in the interview, but then it gave me this satisfaction that okay, I can clear Indian Engineering Services. I left my MTech then. After coming from Maldives, after 3-4 years, there was no job for me, right? So my husband was, I mean, God bless him. He has actually taught me many things. And I appeared then he said that you start doing a job. And it was such a beautiful, I mean, it was the very right kind of decision that he took. He said, you do the job. So I did my job in a school. I started teaching in Amity International. And then life went on. Then in the long process, then from school, I applied for college. And when I applied for college, they said that BTech, you are BTech, so you can teach computer science, but you will have to complete MTech. You know how much time had passed in between?
Yeah, many years.
14 years.
My goodness.
Right? 14 साल रामचंद्र जी का वनवास, जितना टाइम पास हो चुका था इस बीच में. But then I said that okay, let me do MTech. So I was attending 5 days. I was going to college. I was teaching there, and 2 days I was going to do my studies. It was a weekend course. तो मैंने वहां से MTech किया, और MTech करने के बाद then again सबने कहा कि भाई MTech तो हो गया, यूनिवर्सिटी ने कहा कि नहीं अब इतना नहीं, आपको PhD भी करनी पड़ेगी. So बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इस बात से परेशान होते हैं कि आप पढ़ें कैसे. So when I started doing my PhD again, there was so much of work. I had to do my job, I have to do PhD, and then I have to take care of my family also.
True.
My son was there, my mother-in-law was there, and my mother-in-law was very sick. So us time pe, and my husband was always supportive, but his job was always away from home. So either he was in Jammu, or he was in Sharjah, or he was in Lucknow. I mean, he was always away physically, but he supported me. So I did my PhD, and believe me, the students, the students who say that it can't be done, I just want to tell that you have to find your ways. As my husband always told me that, see, you cannot give the excuse of bipolar of not doing anything. You have the capability, find the way. And I prayed to God, कि भगवान इतनी ताकत दे दो कि मैं कर ले जाऊँ. So many people came to help me, including my students. So there was Nidhi and Sanisha. I did my PhD. कहानी अभी खत्म नहीं, पिक्चर भी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त.
Definitely. There is.
So,
yeah.
So the funny part was that I was teaching in MCA, and कुछ ऐसा हुआ कि MCA का डिपार्टमेंट बंद हो गया, क्योंकि बच्चे कुछ टेक्निकल इश्यूज थे. तो फिर मेरे एकेडमिक डायरेक्टर डॉक्टर सत्यनारायण महेश्वरी सर, ही इज सो डियर टू मी, उन्होंने कहा कि तू सब कर सकती है, तू जाके MBA कर ले. So now imagine at the age of 53, I enrolled in MBA.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And अब MBA में कैसे पढ़ रही हूँ, मैं जिस क्लास को पढ़ा रही हूँ, MBA के जिस क्लास को मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ, उसी क्लास से मैं कह रही हूँ मुझे नोट्स दे दो, क्योंकि मैं उनको ITM पढ़ा रही हूँ और वो सारे मेरे साथ वो पढ़ रहे हैं, तो उन्हीं से मैंने नोट्स लिए, बच्चों ने मुझे पढ़ाया. I simply love my students. I respect and love all my students. उन्होंने मुझे पढ़ाया, मैं ऐसे पढ़ लूँ. So I studied MBA. I did my MBA and I completed MBA and PhD just last year, 2019.
Lovely, ma'am. It's really commendable. And you're telling with a smile, but I can understand with how much difficulty you must have faced in this, like during this phase. As you
Uh,
covered in your answer right now that you were holding a job, you are holding a job right now
yeah,
also. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So it's been said that with bipolar disorder, patients cannot hold a job or cannot maintain a job. Yeah. So, were there any difficulties while holding or maintaining this job? And one more thing, which is an attached question to you, ma'am. Is it required to tell in your office, as we were talking about social support, that you are suffering from this disorder, or we should keep our mouth shut, as जैसे चीजें जा रही है जाने दो, देख लेंगे बाद में जब पता चलेगा.
Netra, I will say that I think Krishna has really blessed me with bipolar. It's a blessing now. I can say that. You know, it is true that if you will tell, society is not kind to either give you a job or even marry you. If people are not that, they can't see you as a human being, and people are so much success oriented. They are not human oriented, right? So that's why they may give this answer. But what happened with me, I just want to tell you honestly this. When I joined this particular job, before that I had worked in schools. When I joined this particular college, uh, nobody knew about it, right? And at job, people do suffer because there is anxiety. You can't take multiple instruction. So that anxiety actually makes you, I can say that, take action, impulsive action, and that's why we lose our job. I have not lost any job because of bipolar except one.
Okay.
Right? I have not lost any job except one because there was a manic attack and I had to leave that. But I have not. Yes, but then here there's a short story that when I joined, for 7 years nobody knew about it. But in
Okay.
2006 was a very, very, uh, you can say, a most turmoilful year for me. But that was the year which turned my life around. It actually turned my life around. So in 2006, I had a massive attack and mania, and I was doing all sort of things because I was totally out of my mind. And but the people with whom I work, they are really lovely people. So there was Malti, there was Barkha, there was Pratiksha, and when it happened, I was a very honest person with my work, and I did my 200%. मतलब मैं स्ट्रगल कर रही थी लेकिन मैं ये चाहती थी कि मैं बच्चों को बेस्ट दूं. ये मेरी हमेशा से कोशिश थी. मैं अपना
बराबर है.
काम बहुत बहुत ऑनेस्टली करूं. मैं अपने काम भी मैंने कभी कोई ये नहीं किया कि नहीं. एंड आई वाज सो मच कनेक्टेड. आई कुड सी, जैसे कहते हैं ना, अगर आपने सफर किया होता तो आप सबकी सफरिंग देख लेते हो. तो मैं बच्चों के साथ भी मेरा कनेक्ट बहुत अच्छा इसीलिए होता है क्योंकि बच्चे बहुत दूर दूर से आते हैं. कोई कहीं से आ रहा, तो इवन आई वाज कंसर्न अबाउट तुमने खाना खाया या नहीं ढंग से. दिस वाज अ कनेक्ट. सो व्हेन इट हैपेंड, नेचुरली पूरे कॉलेज में हंगामा ही मच गया था. लेकिन उस टाइम पे it was almost, I almost lost the job. Almost I lost this job, beautiful job. But my friends were kind, Malti. They went to the director and they said that, sir, isko time dijiye. And this is the way people should be.
True.
तो जब उन्होंने कहा, and then my husband came, my husband went and talked to, my husband has been very, very supportive. So he went and talked to my director also. He said कि सर उसकी दिक्कत है, मैं जानता हूँ बहुत प्रॉब्लम हुई है, बहुत ज्यादा आपको लगा होगा, बदनामी भी हुई है, लेकिन आप उसको टाइम दीजिए. This was the only thing that my husband said, my friend said, and I was given the time. So I took time, and this was the time, I think, when I got Dr. Amulya also. Right. तो उसके बाद उन्होंने मुझे बहुत समझाया, उन्होंने मुझे पढ़ाया. I will say that he made me understand. He gave me the book. किससे पढ़ो, देखो ये चीज होती है, तो मैं ऐसे कंट्रोल कर सकती हूँ. So from there my recovery started. मेरी recovery start हुई क्योंकि मैंने समझा, और फिर उसके बाद I didn't turn back. and still
This
continuing.
was a very important point, ma'am, which you said just now. As we say in psychology, we say in counseling, the psychoeducation is
Yes,
very important
psychoeducation is very, very important. And
because
when you
the
psychoeducate,
patient needs to know what is happening with him or her,
yeah, that is true.
which many psychologists or many psychiatrists fail to explain to the patient. That's why
Yes.
they are clueless about what is happening with them. Only simply medications cannot
Mhm.
suffice. They need to have
Because
knowledge about what is happening with them, right? Yeah.
that,
On this note, I would like to ask, you mentioned that you met your life partner in this process of taking education and all. So it's a myth, maybe, which is called as that if you will tell the truth that
Hmm.
you are suffering from bipolar disorder, you can never get married.
Hmm.
So is this truth or is it a myth?
Uh, Netra, there are two answers again, because if I give my experience, it may not apply to everybody,
True,
right?
true.
Right? It may not apply to everybody. But not only me, I have met many people who have told, including Vijay sir, who
Yeah,
have
we
told,
interviewed him. Yeah.
yeah, I heard his interview also. So when we are laying the foundation of a very beautiful relationship, you have to be honest, right?
Hmm, hmm.
And in my case, it happened that after engagement, he asked me that where you want to go, and I told him that I want to go to a mandir. And in front of Krishna and Radha, I just told him that, see, I'm suffering from a disease which I do not know what it is, but I am taking medicine. So normally he was also maybe in a hurry. He did not pay attention to it. He said that, "Arey, ye to theek ho jayega," because it has been a long time when mental illness has just one word to describe an umbrella, depression.
Hmm.
Right? So there's an umbrella term for all mental illness and depression, right? So he thought, अरे लड़की depression में है, और वो मैंने honestly बताया था. I was honest, right? So we got married this way, and it has continued for 26 years now.
Great, great. Good to know. Yeah. In this process, once it came in your way that you had to be given ECTs. ECTs are called as electroconvulsive therapy. So, in normal language, which layman people call as shock treatment or something like that.
बिजली
But
का
it was,
झटका,
हाँ,
बिजली का
बिजली का
झटका.
झटका जो जोर से आया लेकिन धीरे से लगा आपको शायद.
They
Yeah.
don't know how much
Yeah.
power voltage is there.
So it's been said that ECT damages your memory permanently. It's been said that it's an effective treatment by various psychiatrists. It's still many people, many psychiatrists prescribe, but people are hesitant to take it because it's been said that it damages your brain permanently. Is that true?
You know why I'm laughing at this question? I don't know it. I would love to tell it. जब first time मुझे depression का इतना जब मैंने massive attack हुआ था, तो my first doctor said कि he said that कि आप इसको ना ECT दे दीजिए कि she will recover. But my father loved me like anything, and he had all this concept. So he said that नहीं, मेरी बेटी चाहे पढ़े चाहे ना पढ़े, लेकिन इसको मैं बिजली का झटका तो नहीं दिलाऊंगा. ठीक है? क्यों? क्योंकि he always knew that अच्छा ये बहुत bright है, अगर इसको हुआ तो ये बाद में इसकी मेमोरी को दिक्कत हो सकती है. And I'm very thankful that at that point of moment I was not given.
Okay.
Right at that point. Why? Because the environment in which it was being given, I did not find it good. I will not go more beyond it because it was not properly equipped. Today I can say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
After educating
Okay.
myself, I can say that the where it was being conducted was not at all advisable. So I was saved at that time. But after marriage, there came a point that again I went into very deep depression. I stopped responding to medication.
Okay.
I was admitted in AIMS, and I very well remember it was
In
in
Delhi,
Goa.
right?
Yeah. It was in, I think, in 1997, right? And my disease started in 1984.
Hmm.
So in 1997, when I was admitted at bed number 36, see what? AIMS. So Dr. Sagar was there and Dr. Edwin was there who were treating me. So they decided to give me ECT, and I was not responding to medicines at all. So, and I really, at this point of time, I want to say that I really love and respect everybody in the family home where I'm married to. My entire family is stood by me. And this is the way society should be. It is very easy to divorce, it is very easy to throw people out of your life. But if the family stands by, the person also is ready to give you back. Right? So, yeah. So it happened that the ECT was planned, 3 ECTs were planned, and I was given first ECT. And I remember that actually you become a little you lose your consciousness because it is given under anesthesia.
Yeah.
So first ECT, so first ECT was given, and second ECT was also given, and I started responding. So one night, actually it was night, I went straight to doctor's chamber, to the duty officer. Dr. Edwin was there, and I asked him, "Hey, Dr. Edwin, tell me why it is being given to me." And by that time, I had gained all my confidence in the ECT में दिमाग ठिकाने आ गया. मैंने कहा सर आप क्यों दे रहे हो मुझे ACT बताओ तो जरा. So he explained very nicely. He said that you are in the well of depression and you are here. So we have planned 3 ECTs. So 1/3 you have crossed with one, 2/3 you have crossed with one, and now the last leg एक ECT में आप बिल्कुल इस डिप्रेशन की well से बाहर आ जाओगे. And that time I said, doctor, can you give me a chance that I can come by on my own?
On willpower.
Yeah, I will use my willpower to come out of it. And believe me, Dr. Sagar and Dr. Edwin, they said, I don't know what, I mean, it happened or it is my imagination, I still don't know. But yes, there were 3 ECTs planned, I know. This I remember. So वो मेरा हुआ and I gained consciousness. Now, all those people who say that you lose your memory, I have something to tell you. My husband told me while I was in AIMS, कि अब तुम ठीक हो रही हो, तुम जॉब के लिए अप्लाई कर दो. Now imagine I'm getting treated in AIMS and he asked me कि नहीं तुम अप्लाई करो. ठीक है, तो मैंने कहा okay. And I really love and respect my husband very very much दिल से. तो मैंने कहा ठीक है एप्लीकेशन डालो. तो उन्होंने he sent the application and from AIMS, you know who tied my sari? The nurses tied my sari.
My goodness.
And there was a particular
Lovely.
nurse. Yes, I'm telling you. Sister Elizabeth was there. She tied my sari, and they said that okay, you go. तो मैं गई, इंटरव्यू मैंने दिया, और आप बिलीव करोगे क्या मैंने कुछ पढ़ा था? कुछ भी नहीं पढ़ा था. So everything I was having was from जो मैंने अपने जो थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ा था और जो था. सबसे बड़ी बात ये थी कि मैंने अपना बीटेक किया था इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड टेलीकम्युनिकेशन में, और जो मैं इंटरव्यू दे रही थी वो कंप्यूटर साइंस का था. वो मैंने कब पढ़ा था? वो BSc में पढ़ा था. तो ये मिथ की मेमोरी खराब हो जाती है. नो, I got selected in a new school, and that happened to be a very very beautiful journey for 1 year, right? So no, it's a myth. I completed my education after this.
Definitely.
I was electrified rather.
मैं तो ऐसे बोलना चाहूंगी आपका ECTs के साथ ना 36 का आंकड़ा था, इसके लिए आपको बेड नंबर 36 मिला.
Yeah.
As you are a Krishna devotee, I would like to ask this question specifically to you, that should BPD patients, means bipolar disorder patients, fear spirituality? Because many of people confuse this with religiousness, confuse this with many other concepts which are interlinked, confuse this with rituals. So whether they should fear spirituality or they should love spirituality.
You know, it is why do they fear? First question is this: why do they fear? Because normally when we go into mania, here I would just take a pause and I would like to explain that just very quickly, that we all know what depression is. In depression, you are feeling like crying, not for 1 day or 2 day, but continuously for 3 4 weeks. You should wait for 3 weeks to see that whether you are actually depressed or not. And then if without reason you are
2 weeks.
feeling
It's
feeling
2
of
weeks.
cry, 2 weeks, yeah. If you are
Yeah.
feeling like crying and you are unable to enjoy what you have been enjoying. Third, you start ignoring the work that you are doing. So for me, the biggest symptom is that I know that I have to do it, but I will not get up to do it. Right. And then there comes the extreme that where you don't want to take bath, you don't want to brush, all those things. So that is the extreme. On the other hand, when you are in mania, you are actually living the best version of yourself. Right? All of a sudden you become very intelligent, you become very witty, you start spending, you become very generous, your heart gets filled with so much of love. You want to actually, you actually give money to everyone, right? You start distributing money to everyone. And apart from that, you feel a great connect with God, right? So when people go to mania, they have this symptom. So doctors tell me that these are the symptoms. Spirituality is one of these symptoms. Right. So the people who have actually more like there are people who actually have left their home and they have gone to Vaishno Devi, and they have left and they have gone to Shirdi just in search of God because they feel themselves so godly, right? So we have to understand that that is a phase, right? When pandemic came this year, very beautiful things happened with me at the personal level. First, I think I can take 2 minutes.
Definitely.
Right? In pandemic, I lost my job. You will ask, "अरे आप तब job में है?" नहीं, I lost my job because my MBA result was not there. So मेरे पास job नहीं थी, 6 महीने के लिए कोई job ही नहीं थी. And then there were other problems also. तो जब मेरे पास job नहीं थी, तो उस टाइम पे जब pandemic में हम सब घर में ही थे, I happened to get a beautiful message of Gita classes, right? And it is the best thing in my life that has happened. I started reading Gita through Zoom by connecting to ISKCON. And when I started reading, I found that okay, it is something that is calming me down. It is giving my all anxiety is leaving me. I am still on medication. I have not left my medication. I'm thanks to Dr. Amoli, I have educated myself to the point where I can recognize my symptoms. I take my medicines regularly. I exercise. I take care of my nutrition, and all alone. I'm still all alone. My son is in Canada. God bless him. My husband is in Calcutta. I'm living all alone, right? But then I'm taking care of myself. So when it happened, it taught me such beautiful things. I can't tell you. And I think that it is one book which I will recommend to every human being of any religion. It doesn't ask you to leave your religion. So religion is totally different thing. Spirituality is totally different thing, right? It is not that आप सुबह शाम पूजा करो, but it is that you become spiritual when you understand that what God has sent us for here, right? So I will not say that spirituality में नहीं जाना चाहिए. No, you should understand what you are here for. What you are here for. Right?
Yeah.
It has reduced my suffering a lot. It has reduced my suffering like anything. I have stopped fearing. And if you can live without fear, that is the best life.
Definitely. Here, on this note, I would like to tell everyone that this is experience of one lived experience. That it does not apply to all patients of bipolar disorder. They
Yes.
all have their own struggles. They all have their own strengths. They have their own weaknesses. There are more achievers than Tripti ma'am, or there are
Yes,
people who,
definitely.
yeah, but there are few people who have not got married, who are unable to hold jobs also. So I'm not saying that this is the whole reality, but this is also possible.
Yes,
A
this is a
person with,
possibility.
yeah, there
It's
is
a
a
possibility.
possibility that a person with bipolar disorder can manage their life independently. They can hold a job, they can take higher education, they can get married, they can deliver babies, and they can have this lovely smile. Yes. On this note, ma'am, I would like to request you for something. As in your introduction, I asked you about your singing. Can you दो lines आप गुनगुना देंगे हमारे दर्शकों के लिए?
Okay, okay, Netra, before I sing this, this is something very close to my heart. This is one line which I sang to my students, you know. Class में मैंने जब मैं बच्चों का placement, I'm also working as a placement advisor. So when this opportunity was given to me, it was 2008. Again, it was a very huge recession period. And all my students were so depressed कि नहीं हमारी job नहीं लगेगी, ये नहीं होगा. And that was the time when I started telling my story to my students, 2008. And since then, I have made it a point that I tell this story to all my students. And nobody actually ever disrespected me.
True.
Right? So
Okay.
if students of MBA, if students of graduation can have this much sense, the society too should have this sense. So the line that I sang for those students, it was my batch 2006 and 9. So I would like to sing this for everybody who is suffering, right? रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के.
Wonderful, wonderful. On this happy note, I would like to take your leave, ma'am. Do like, share, and subscribe my channel. As I always say, happy sharing.
Thank you, Netra. Thank you. God bless you. Krishna bless you.